Today I want to share with you a story about how I use the law of attraction to find the perfect place to live here in Amsterdam. You're going to love this story. Check it out. Welcome to the Power of Quiet. First of all, I want to apologize for not uploading as much as I have over the past few weeks. Since I moved here to Amsterdam, I've been staying in a temporary residence, and it's been kind of like a state of limbo here. But thankfully, I found the perfect place, and I found it purely through beingness. Check this out. Now, when I first got here and I told people that I'm intending to live in the city center, my response that I got back was, good luck. It is so hard getting a place here. It's a seller's market. There's so much competition, and it'll probably take you 2 or 3 months before you actually successfully get a place. And my reaction to that was, well, I've got some pretty good skills here. Don't worry, I got this handled. Now, as I started looking, reality started to sink in because I put in the criteria of what I was looking for. Only like 5 or 6 places popped up. And as I started checking on those places, right away I was getting responses of, oh, already taken, no longer available. But I found a few places that I liked, and I set appointments to go see them. And one of the first places that I looked at, I absolutely fell in love with. I was like, this is it. This is what I'm looking for. I'm having this place. So I just set my intention, I released on it, and I just felt completely clear. I had no wanting about it. I felt loving, my mind was quiet, and I felt like it was mine. I felt totally confident about it. So I put an offer over to the owner of the property, and I was told by the agent that it would take a day or two to get a response, and I felt confident he's going to say yes. Now, after a couple of days, the agent got back to me and said, well, the owner's out of the country. It's hard to get in touch with him, but I'm going to keep working at it. I'll let you know tomorrow. And then the next day, the same story. And the day after that, the same story. Now, I had some other places scheduled, and I went and saw them anyway because, hey, maybe I'll find a better place. I'm open to that. And one of the places that I went to go see, when I went to see it, I actually walked into the wrong house. And the lady was there. I asked her, is this the place where there's a showing? And she said, no, but I am listing my place to rent. If you'd like to take a look around, you're more than welcome. And I said, well, let me go check out the other place, and when I'm done there, I'll come back. And so I came back, looked at it. It was a great place. And even better than that, the lady and I just had a great connection. We sat and talked, we hung out. I was there for probably over an hour. And I felt so great in this interaction that even though my heart was still set on the first place, I felt, well, hopefully, at least I made a new friend here. And I was still determined to get that first place anyway. So I still waited. And day after day went by. Finally, it's like 7 or 8 days later. Now, bear in mind, before I felt really quiet and peaceful, like I had no wanting. It was mine. Now, all of a sudden, now I wake up in the middle of the night full of anger, hatred even. Like, how dare you wait so long to get back to me and keeping me on the hook? And my ego was going wild. Like, I was fantasizing about going by the place and throwing a brick through the window and then riding off on my bike to make a getaway. Crazy stuff. And I'm looking at this going, gee, where's this coming from? Obviously, I'm not as imperturbable as I thought I was. So I just was welcoming up all this newfound anger and wanting, because obviously I wasn't so imperturbable. I wasn't getting what I wanted, so now I'm upset about it. Now, the next day, as I'm still letting this stuff go, I still have resentment and disapproval of this owner, and I got a response from that owner. Lo and behold, it was a rejection. Nope, don't want you. We're going with somebody else. Go figure. It's probably picking up on my energy, right? So I just kept letting that go. I saw what I created there. And then I started looking at my other options. And I once again looked at that place that I visited with the other lady. And I looked at it and I was like, well, wait a minute. This place is even better. Not only is it bigger, it comes fully furnished with incredible furniture, beautiful stuff. And it's on a canal. Not only that, it's on one of the prettiest canals in the city center. And it's like a 2-minute walk from all sorts of shopping and restaurants and nightlife. Yet, right where it is, it's peaceful and quiet. It's like the most perfect place. And it was right there in front of my nose. This was beingness presenting it saying, hey, here it is, right for you on a silver platter. It was smooth and easy. Done. Effortless. So the lesson here was that, one, I was ignoring the signs of beingness saying, hey, I got the perfect place for you. Trust me. Whereas I was so determined that my ego was like, hey, I want this place. I'm going to do whatever it takes to have it sort of attitude. That wasn't quite working for me. The other lesson there was that this is something that I think we can all relate to, because I'm sure you've set goals, and in those goals you've gotten to a nice, peaceful, confident place where you felt like it was yours, but it still didn't happen. And see, this is where I was at. I was like, hey, I'm there. But obviously I manifested the opposite. What's up with that? Well, clearly, buried down in the subconscious could be more stuff. And up it came for me. So, if you have goals that you've been working on, and you feel like, I'm peaceful, there's no wanting going on, but it hasn't happened yet, you got to look for it. Now, it might not be obvious, but if you look for it and you take responsibility, where am I creating this? Eventually it'll come up and you'll see what it is that you're still holding in mind, namely wanting. Because when you're wanting something, as you know, if you've been following along with what we do here, want equals lack. And see, the mind deals in pictures. When you're wanting something, your picture is, I don't have it. And that's what you create. All right? So let's work on one of your goals now. Think about something, maybe that you've been working on and you've been feeling good about, but it still hasn't manifested for you. You got something in mind? And maybe you still feel like, well, what is there? Well, look for it. Are you still wanting it? And here's a sign that maybe you're still wanting it. Are you getting frustrated about not having it? Or maybe even apathetic, like you just forget about the goal. You just blow it off or you procrastinate about it. Now, when you think about this goal, see if you can get in touch with that want. Now, what is this goal going to do for you? Like, how would it make your life better? How would it make you feel more at ease or even happier by having it? Now get in touch with this wanting. And here's the thing, can you want and have at the same time? No. They're totally opposite. Anything that you have in life, you don't want. You don't even think about it. And all the things that you want in life is everything you don't have. So get in touch with that want. And would you rather want it or would you rather have it? See, notice those are opposites. And that wanting is your decision, your choice. You're deciding to want it. And that wanting is literally pushing it away. Now, can you let go of wanting it? Now, I know this doesn't make sense to the mind. Because where the mind comes from, it says, well, how are you going to get it if you don't want it? Well, look at what you're getting by wanting. Nothing. So right now, check it out. Could you just let go of wanting it? Yes or no? And could you let go of wanting it a little bit more? And could you let go of wanting it a little bit more? And could you let go of wanting it even more? And a little bit more. Just let that wanting go. And a little bit more. Just let it go, even if it's just in this moment. Just right here, right now. Can you let go of wanting it a little bit more? And a little bit more. And a little bit more. And a little bit more. Now notice how you feel. See if you feel a little bit lighter. A little bit more at ease, peaceful. See if your mind's a little bit quieter here. And this is all we're looking for. Just this lighter feeling. It's showing us that we're moving in the right direction. And notice if it feels more possible to have it now. Now don't go asking your mind, just check your gut, your instinct here. Does it feel like it's more possible to have it? Notice the difference? And see, that's a consciousness shift. That's your picture changing. Instead of a picture of lack, now it's a picture of having, a little bit more at least. And this is how the law of attraction works. See, positive creates positive. Having inside just as a feeling, as an inner conviction, creates and manifests those things in the world. Because it's all your picture. Now think about something else you want in relation to this goal. What will it do for you? What's so special about it? Why do you want it? And get in touch with that want. And notice how uncomfortable it is to want. It's like a severe lacking feeling. Doesn't feel good at all. And that should give you a clue. Wanting is not the direction to go. Wanting is suffering. There's no suffering in having. And you can't want and have at the same time. Just like you can't stand up and sit down at the same time. And it's your choice. Could you let go of wanting? Just right now, yes or no? And can you let go of wanting it a little bit more? And a little bit more. And a little bit more. And a little bit more. And even more. And even more. And even more. And see how you feel now. See if you feel even lighter. And see if it's more possible to have. Notice it just gets better and better. And if you just took this all away, took responsibility for all your wanting, because it is your responsibility, you're doing it. And if it's not getting you what you want, then make a smart decision. And if you let go of all of your wanting, what could you achieve in life? And how would you feel? It would be amazing, right? So keep at it. All right? Now, if you're new here, hit subscribe. Because what we do here is incredibly practical, incredibly useful, and it's provable. It works. So, what you'll discover is that everything that you've been looking for, you could have it. So stick around and prove it to yourself. All right, so in a couple of days, I get to move in. I'm going to settle in and get back into a regular schedule. So I look forward to seeing you all more and more coming up very shortly. All right, so from Amsterdam, lots of love, and I'll see you soon.